Alright everybody, welcome back to Massey's and Maples. Today I'm going to be doing a little, hay preparation discussion with y'all. So I guess, as you can see, our hay is very much ready and kind of heading out quite a bit, and we're definitely late to the game. It is currently July 1st as I'm filming this. Most everybody was cutting like June 20th. We still have a couple people like us that are actually still cutting, but if we walk out here, it's about up to my ribs in most spots. So we're ready to go, but currently I'm still in the process of trying to track down a tedder, and I also still need to replace the teeth on my sickle bar, which I have. It's just a matter of doing it. As you can see over here, we kind of had a test patch that's grown up quite a bit because that was like a week and a half ago. So moving on, let's go back to the farm all real quick. Okay, so back at the I recently posted a short where I get it running again because I had kind of sat and I hadn't really ran it since I moved here a little over a year ago. So it is now running. That being said, it was running really rough in that short I posted. I need to adjust the governor, so I'm not running it on part choke. That's a whole separate story. But if I can get that running smoother and kind of go through, give it an oil change, grease it, whatnot, and I would also have a radiator leak I need to patch. If I can get that all done, I'd like to run the rake and maybe the baler with it. On the reality spectrum, though, it's probably not going to happen by first cutting because it is obviously very much ready to go, and I still have ways to go on this. So realistically, maybe I can limp it through to rake. We'll see. But also, as you guys know, I have a terrible relationship with tires, especially my Farmall tires. Last summer, my right rear went flat. I actually bought a new-to-me tire and new tube and put it on the old rim. That was expensive enough. The rim was still usable because it's not that bad. I still have the old tire, whatever. This tire is obviously still weather cracked, but I'm not a millionaire, so I had to buy what I could afford. It's still a lot better than the other one. Now, over here, though, this tire is obviously crappy. I still have the pair to the other tire that I would like to put on. But my issue is, if I can find it, that right there, and and also up on the valve stem, it's also rusted through. It's kind of tough to see. So the rim's shot on this. So I may maybe try to patch the rim just around the valve stem and see if that works. But if not, and the more realistic answer is I'm going to be having to replace this rim. So I guess I'll have to mess around with that, see if I can get the Farmall in a better operating function to hay with. That's like, we haven't even touched base on hay equipment, so let's scooch back there and we'll talk about that. Okay, so moving out to everything else, here we've got the good old 35, which obviously runs because, I mean, come on, it's a Massey. We've got our New Holland 451 sickle bar on it that we just picked up. Now, I still need to go through and replace all the teeth. I've got a different cutting bar that came with it that I'm probably just going to put on and then replace the whole cutting bar. And then I'll eventually replace the teeth on this cutting bar as well. A couple of the guards on it are bent, so I need to bend them back into place. And I also need to adjust my top link still so it levels out, because right now it's kind of headed to downward tilt. I still need to grease it all. Which, all that shouldn't take me too terribly long. I just need to sit down and do it, but we've had a bunch of rain the last couple days, and I don't really want to sit in the pouring rain doing it. I've also had to fix my brother's Boland's lawnmower because currently that and my 147 were out of commission. They both ran and mowed, but the clutch was slipping on the Boland's, and my hydrostatic drive linkage is kind of like seized up to the point where it's really stiff to move on my 147. That's been a continuous problem since the day I owned it, but it's gotten really bad to the point where I needed to pull it apart, and the dash is off it right now and such. Anyways, moving on over here to a rake. We've got our New Holland 256 roller bar. That is 100% ready to go. It's been greased and gone through, whatnot. So that's all ready. But that's kind of one of the last steps we need. We also have this Massey Ferguson 10 square baler. That's almost ready to go. I've gone through and cleaned out all the chaff and whatnot, and I've greased the knotter and I want to say the front half of the baler, but I ran out of grease, so I need to pick up more grease and kind of just finish going through greasing everything. So that's almost ready. The rake's ready. And then the sickle bar, I still have a little bit of work to do. And then also, like I said, I don't have a tedder yet, which is obviously a huge problem because that I kind of need. The rake, because I don't have the farm wall running healthily yet, will probably get run behind the Ferguson. Also, we're going to use a sickle bar on the Ferguson. Now the baler, I'm thinking we might run on the 5610, wow. 5610, despite the fact it's extremely overkill. I think that's what we'll do. Also, in store for you guys, there's a possibility of us getting another tractor. Not that we need it, because we obviously have enough old junk as it is. But there's a possibility of that, and let's just say it would make a really good tedder tractor, along with rake. So guess in the comments down below what you think it might be. And so yeah, we'll probably run the 5610 on the baler, at least for this time. But like I said, we gotta finish getting the sickle bar gone through and hopefully find a tedder here in the next week or so. And then hopefully we'll be baling. Along with that, we need some nice weather. So yeah, that's kind of the update on that. Yeah, I don't think I have much else to say. Along with our mini farming, we also have the garden in. I'll go show you that real quick. Here we've got the LGT 18H. I just actually used that to retill the garden, though it probably wasn't the best thing to do. I had tilled it like a month ago and then it sat because we're also really late to the game with that, like everything. So I actually went over and tilled all the weeds back in, which again, probably not the smartest choice, but I did, so that's sitting here now. Let's see the garden real quick. Okay, here it is. Now, I was not the one who actually planted it. So some of the, I guess, plant identifying people that might be watching, I might be butchering this. Now, in this back right corner, I believe we've got peppers. Up here, I want to say it was watermelon and then pumpkin and squash. Or sorry, watermelon, squash, and then pumpkins right here. In the center, we've got cucumbers, tomatoes, and then I believe lettuce. Like I said, I might be wrong on that. I wasn't the one who actually planted it. Anyways, guys, that's our little update for the plants for haying. Obviously, like I've said like 7 times already in this video, we're extremely late to it, but I'm living on a dream right now, or hoping on a miracle also, trying to make something happen. So I'll keep you guys updated. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.